Everybody knows Victoria Vivians. I'd like to introduce you to the current human microwave here at Mississippi State, better known as Vinnie Johnson, Roshunda Johnson. They both these kids had big ball games for us. Victoria really came out against Maine and set the tone with 26 in the first half and looked like her old self. And then Roe came off the bench both nights, and I don't know that I've ever seen a kid come off the bench and shoot it as well as she did in her first two games back after sitting out a year. And she'll tell you that she probably missed a couple charges that she's supposed to be in help on, but at the same time offensively really provided us a big punch. And when you shoot 86% and 86%, 86 from the floor, 86 from three, you're doing some real special things shooting the ball offensively. So I was proud of our kids. I thought we had a really good approach in both ball games. Came out, punched first, as they like to say, and set the tone early in both ball games. Got up in both ball games early, and so I was very very pleased with how we came out with a real business-like approach in both games. And again, I thought our bench really, we had continuity through substitution, which we didn't have in the exhibition game. So proud of the first two wins of the year. You beat a Villanova team that plays extremely different, so you're really concerned going into that one. I think they make 1-3. And then the next night you're playing a team who you watch beat a Big Ten team the night before handily. Got up 17-1. You're going to play them on their home floor. They won 20-something straight and at home, and you come out and you're up 20, 22, 23 at half. So two good wins for us in the early part of the season, and now we got to get ready to go play a really good Tulane team. Veteran coach, veteran staff, got a senior point guard, leading scorers are back. They went 3-0 against the SEC last year, 2-1 against the ACC last year. They won't be intimidated or scared one bit playing another SEC school, and the fact that they get them on a neutral floor will give them even more incentive and more confidence, I'm sure. So we've got our work cut out for us. Yesterday was our off day, and yet we traveled for 2/3 of it. So, and it started real early, like about 3:15 Central Time. So, but I'm excited for our kids from the coast, Jazz and Amisha, getting to go home, play in front of their families, as well as Victoria, being from the state. It's a great opportunity for us to expose the rest of this great state to women's basketball here at Mississippi State.
Bro, can you talk about going out and attacking the challenge of coming off the bench and trying to be that player who gives the team a spark off the bench?
I think I would have to say it's all about my team. I mean, they give me confidence, and just knowing that they have my back and they know that I know that I have to work hard, like coming off the bench, like have to do what we do every day in practice, and that's what I did.
Where do you feel like you are in terms of working back to getting where you want to be, where you know you can be?
I feel like I have a lot more to go, especially on defense. Like you said, we missed a couple charges, so I'm still working on the defensive end and the offensive end, but just better in my game every day.
Have you got used to that he's not going to let you forget things like that, not going to let you forget that side of the court too?
Yeah.
The one thing I will say that I've noticed in the last week or so is she's gotten some steals on the ball, and that's when Mo's kind of getting back to herself. She was really quick on the ball last year, and when she was working out with us, and I think that's one of the reasons why she wanted to come here, play our style of defense and be that pressure defensive player that can really create a problem, and as well as play up tempo, push, and get in transition. She attacked the rim. She didn't just settle for jump shots. She really attacked the rim, got to the rim, but the defensive piece I've noticed is coming, and her quickness is coming back. She's still got a ways to go with her quickness from what I saw last year, but she's getting it back.
Can you talk about how you used her? Because you used her more at the point in the first game, and then the second game was a little bit different.
Yeah, I think that's the beauty of her. She's got that ability to swing and play both spots, and again, a veteran. been to the wars, knows what competitive basketball is all about. Ro's a confident kid. She's got confidence in her game, and that's why she's talented and she's good. And I think that's a secret to anyone. You can't worry about the shot you just missed. You got to go think you're going to make the next one. And but at the same time, I think she's motivated to get back to where she was. She's really talented, and like I said, I certainly didn't expect to get what I got. This past weekend, I knew she was coming, but she's not shown any of that type of domination in practice yet, like the other night. And she was, without a doubt, dominant in that first game. And then the second game, she comes right off the bench again and took shots in the offense. She didn't go in there and force it. She took shots within the offense, and you got to give her credit for that, and give her teammates credit for finding her.
Maybe in the days before and maybe after you scheduled the game in Biloxi, conversations maybe with people there and the coach, how people were excited about Mississippi State women's basketball coming to that area.
Well, in days before, there was a lot of excitement, and people were excited about us coming down there. I'd be lying if I'd said I'm concerned right now with where we are in promotions and ticket sales, but hopefully the fans will see a newspaper article tomorrow. They'll see us on TV tomorrow night in the news, and then there'll be a big article Wednesday reminding everyone that our girls are down there playing, and every high school kid gets in free, and so hopefully we'll have a big turnout of some kids as well. So I think it could be a great environment, and I'm hoping that we'll get that. For our team deserves it. These girls deserve it. And I'm giving up a home game here in Starkville where we probably have 5,000 or 6,000 on Wednesday night to go down there and play.
Is that something that you want to try to do in the future? I mean, obviously the men's team plays kind of a neutral site game within the state in Jackson or Tupelo, wherever. Is that something you want to continue to do, or do you kind of see how this one goes?
No, I'll do it next year. We tried to go to Jackson this year, and they had a tractor pull last night. So we weren't going to be able to get the seats washed off in time and get the dirt out of the facility for us to play on Wednesday. So, we couldn't do it. And I'd love to take Victoria to Jackson. That would be, I think we could really, with our team and the success of our team in Victoria, I think it'd be a wonderful atmosphere. Tupelo wants us. We've got a lot of big boosters up in that area and a lot of fans, and so. Again, just the opportunity to take our kids around the state and show some other people that don't get a chance to see us play. Because I think over the years we've developed a fan base that isn't just local. I think we have people that drive up from the coast, I know we do, to see us play here in Starkville. I know we have a ton of folks that drive up from the Jackson area now, Ridgeland, and in that area to see these girls play. So that's part of building a program. It's not just about the X's and O's and the W's and the L's. It's about your fan base and people traveling, and we had some fans went with us up north to Maine over the weekend. It was wonderful to have those folks there and hear them in the stands. So,
Victoria, can you talk a little bit about what you saw from Ro this past weekend and how you felt you rebounded from that first game and came out really on fire in that first half of that second game?
Ro, she's amazing. She's my teammate. I'm glad she's on my team. But just watching her do that, I mean, I seen it the year before. Like, I knew what she had before anybody else had seen it, because she go against us every day in practice. We had her the summertime. She was working out with us. It was just the fact of her seeing her actually do it in the game that amazed me, and I'm pretty sure it amazed everybody else. So her being able to, factor in what she got is going to help us a lot.
And then the second half of the first half of that second game, you coming out.
Oh, I guess I was hot, then I got cold. I don't know. Like, I played good the first half. The first half, then second half, it just went coming. Then that's when you have Ro come and get the other 26, I guess.
Ro, how were you able to, put aside the emotions, just being your first kind of couple of games and waiting this long for this one? How did you put that aside and able to produce the way you were?
I would say at first it was kind of like, I was nervous at first, because me not playing a whole year, like, what to expect, like, but then it goes back to the confidence-wise and knowing that my team is confident in me, and every shot that I take, you gotta think that it's gonna go in. So, I mean, I had a lot of confidence, and my team had a lot of confidence in me, my coaches, so I just knew that I can go out there and play hard and leave it all on the floor.
When did the nerves kind of dissipate, or when did they go away in the game?
It was kind of when I first got in, coach like put me at the one. I'm like, okay, I got this. I've been here before, so it was kind of like my nerves went away, and then just had to settle down, work my team, and then get myself into it. So it's all about the team.
Coach said that you were taking shots within the offense. A lot of people would look at it on paper and think that you're going to be a balance on the perimeter, provide another perimeter threat who can shoot. But how would you look at your two games and see if that's typical of what you want to try to bring to the offense? Like Coach said, attacking and kind of a mix, with the perimeter and attacking the basket.
I would just look at it, just working in any spot that I can, like just knowing that I can play both spots and doing what my team needs. If they need me at the one, I'm going to play it. If they need me at the two, I'm going to play it. So it's just whatever the team needs at the time.
Victoria, I know it's not Jackson, but you're looking forward to the game in Biloxi Wednesday night. And what are your emotions going into that one?
Yeah, coming in, going to Biloxi Wednesday, I'm pretty sure like we have a lot of fans, like Coach said, but my family will be able to travel down because it's not as far as Maine. So just having everybody there, it's probably going to be a good turnout.
Coach, the decision to play in Biloxi too, like you mentioned, you looked at Jackson first. Did you get any feedback too from the baseball game back in April there, which was a jam capacity crowd as well, so showing the fan base is there to stay?
Sure, absolutely. I mean, we've got 8,200 alumni within 60 miles of Biloxi, all the way to Hattiesburg and down, and so there's a ton of folks in that area. Now, my question is, do they know we're coming? That's my question. And so I think we've got a lot of folks in that area. Again, those are just Bulldogs alumni, but you've got all those high schools in that area too. We picked a Wednesday night, so it's off of a high school night. High schools play Tuesday, Friday, so we're hoping that we can draw the high school kids as well and the high school teams to the game. Again, we're playing a quality opponent in Tulane, and so it should be a heck of a game. But absolutely, just figured we had a great opportunity. Matt McDonald that runs the Coliseum down there was excited about trying to do a good job for us, and so I'm hopeful that we'll have a decent crowd down there.
Coach Barron talked in the Bangor paper about how you guys affected them defensively, and similarly in the first game against Villanova. Those two games, how would you assess what you guys did defensively and affecting what people wanted to do?
I mean, I think we took away the three-point line, which both those teams love, and I was really surprised with Villanova to hold them to 1-3. They were averaging almost 8.5 a game the year before, and they had 4 starters back. Same thing the second night. We sat there and watched them make a bunch against Purdue the night before, and went out there and held them to 2. I think they made 2 out there. So Victoria played really well defensively the second night. First night she got in foul trouble. That was part of why she didn't play as much. But second night, and she'll see in film today, she was doing a heck of a job defensively. Intensity-wise was really good. Stance. And again, if you're going to be an All-American, if you're going to be that dominant player in this league, you've got to play both ends. And that's the piece, I think, that for her right now, she's so humble when it comes to scoring. Well, I missed my first 2, so I started letting somebody else, or I was feeding them, or that. Well, I want her to go, well, I missed my first 2, but I'm going to make my third one. Give it to me again. But that's just Victoria. She's just a humble kid and wants to win. And if it's not her, well, let me get somebody else involved. And the thing she was doing in the first half, she wasn't settling. She didn't settle for the three-point line. She attacked and went and got to 12 feet to 15 feet. We ran her off of 2 great out-of-bounds plays. where she's wide open for 10, 12 footers. And so that kind of got her going, got her confidence going. And then, hey, she makes a, I don't know, 38, 40 footer right before half. And everybody's going, wow. Well, you know what? I've probably seen her make 100 of those. I mean, really. In high school, it wasn't any, that was a half-court shot in high school. And I've seen her make a bunch at half-court at Scott Central. So, I mean, it is just, you know, that's not anything that's uncommon for her. And when it left her hand, I thought, it's got a chance. And, I mean, it didn't touch anything but net. So, you know, when Victoria's rolling, she's going to bank one in. And she did. Again, that doesn't surprise me. That's just kind of what happens when she gets going. She's usually got a shooter's roll. She got one on a shooter's roll where it hit the rim, went almost up over the rim, backboard came down, hit the rim, went in. Nice shooter's touch. Well, when she's on a roll, she makes those. And so I knew two things were going to happen Saturday night. Victoria Vivians was going to be ready to play, and Morgan Williams was going to be ready to play. They both played 10 and 11 minutes on Friday. So I knew both of them. I knew I had two that were going to be in that foxhole that were going to get it, and they did. Morgan should have been all tournament. She was absolutely set the tone for our team on that second night for sure. With the press, she had 9 assists, 5 steals. She just really, I think, set the tone for our team. And you know what? She may be the little engine, quote unquote, that makes it run, but she's got a big old 450 Hemi in there. Because when she's rolling, we're rolling. And she's really, really got her team now kind of playing at that pace that I like to play at. And I thought she did a tremendous job. Her and Victoria, they set the pace on Saturday night, no doubt about it. And we jumped out on them, I don't know what it was, 11 or 13 to nothing. And
16.
And so those two really set the tone.
Defensively, teams usually, well, most of the times are ahead of the offense. But you posted high-scoring, games against 2 perennial programs that are tournament in March. Where would you say your offense is in comparison to your defense?
It's at a place right now that I haven't seen it in a while, especially this early. I think our execution's good, but again, you got to give our kids credit. We got some really skilled players. We've really got some skilled kids that can do some things with the ball offensively. And I've got 13 players, and 10 of them are shooting 50% or more from the field, and Victoria's shooting 48. So she's the 11th. And so that's a pretty amazing stat. I don't care who you play. And so we had 2 good games. You know the saying, you can live by the jumper, you can die by the jumper. Well, we lived by the jumper Friday night. Saturday night, we had a little bit of everything, but we made a lot of jump shots again. Our inside game was a little better Saturday night with T and Chinway. We've just got to continue to work at that. Our kids understand that. I think our kids have confidence in them. They're feeding those kids when they're open and giving them a chance to dominate the lane, and right now they're doing that.
Any other questions?